Okay, the other day Leonard asked me to explain what exactly it means when we're talking about an authority site. So I thought I would try to make a little video. So bear with me. I made this video pretty quick. So this is the anatomy of an authority site. First, I thought we'd explain the goal. The goal here is to ethically make a substantial living in the online marketplace. What does it mean to be ethical? About a month ago, we had a discussion about ethics, and we came up with this ethical test. Is it the truth? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? I think when you watch this video, you'll see that the authority site model really meets this test very well. Okay, first I wanted to take a look at this as a Google search page result. The idea here is that you only ever truly have 10 competitors in your marketplace. That's everybody in this section here. But how do people actually respond to these search results? Well, it turns out 60% of people will click on these first three. 10% of people are going to click on the videos or images. 25% of people are going to make it down the page. And about 5% of people are going to click over here in the pay-per-click section. This is going to be important in a couple minutes that you have this in your mind. So there's an industry trend that's happening. Market leaders, folks like John Reese, Frank Kern, Jeff Walker, all got their start with niche-style websites. After establishing their niche sites, they evolved into authority figures with authority-style sites. So we're going to take a look at what exactly this means. And the first key phrases you need to know are genres, niches, and micro niches. A genre is the overshadowing core idea of a given market. Root terms that we call short tail terms are usually 1 to 2 words and define a genre. As a rule of thumb, a genre is considered a genre if it's got 500,000 or more monthly searches. One step down from that is a niche. A niche is a specific subset within a genre. These are mid-tail terms, 3 to 5 words, that describe a specific interest within a greater genre. At this level, we're looking at greater than 100,000, but less than 500,000 monthly searches. A genre may be defined by many different mid-tail terms. And a micro niche is a very small but quantifiably cohesive subset of a market. Long tail terms identify a segment of interest within a niche. This is usually less than 100,000 monthly searches. So it's a micro niche when it's something definite. It can't just be vague. We're looking for definite, finite, long-tail terms which identify a group of people. Lots of times these can be age-related or gender-related. You take a big niche and you isolate it into genders or ages and you have a micro niche. So let's look at the supply and demand. How do you understand this? Over here we got genre, niche, micro niche. A genre is going to have the most buyers. It's the biggest volume of searches, the biggest volume of purchasers. It's also going to have the most competition. One step down is a niche where you've got less buyers, but you also have dramatically less competition. And over here we can see that it actually crosses the line sometimes, where you actually have more buyers than you have competition. We call this the sweet spot. At this level you have more buyers than there are competitors. And this is where the tradition of the micro niche site got started. It breaks out. Lesson 1. Niches and micro niches have the most favorable supply and demand ratios for entry to market. The problem. Although they have the most favorable supply and demand ratios, this is how the curve is going to look in the real world marketplace. Massive corporations like Amazon are going to take the market share, the lion's share of the purchasers, and they're also going to be the ones that appear on the top 3 search results. Authority sites are going to be your second big players, and they're going to take the bulk of all those middle level terms. Then there's you. You have the chance to move into a niche site, a micro niche site. Here's how it looks. Massive corporations are something like Godzilla. Authority figures are something like King Kong. And then you are the little tiny player down here at the middle. Here's how it looks in the real world of brick and mortar businesses. Your lovely homemade website you spent so much time on is a mom and pop store. Here's your competition, the Supercenter. The Supercenter is the big dog, the Godzilla in the marketplace. Now, this is the way it used to look. But nowadays, the massive corporations want your niche. They want the middle level and the small level. Godzilla says, "All your niches is mine." And that's what's happening in the marketplace these days. The big corporations are no longer content to let the small mom and pop shop have those micro niches. You can look at how this played out in brick and mortar businesses. This is a chart showing the expansion of Walmart. Every town Walmart goes into, they put brick and mortar businesses out. I mean, they put mom and pop businesses out of business. Like I said, I'm not editing this video. I'm just making it fast. So 1964, 2 Walmarts. 71, they start to spread. You can look at these dots and you can say, every place one of these dots goes, mom and pop businesses are going out of business. 10 years later, they start to spread. 1993, they're everywhere. Nowadays, 2004 and beyond, all these dots are places where small mom and pop micro niche businesses have been put out of business by the big chain. The internet is following the same trend. CEO of Walmart wants to let you know we're in the online marketplace too now, folks. The days that you could put up a niche site and make a good living are coming to an end because we're expanding in the same way. But there's still hope. You can compete against these giant corporations, and I'm going to show you how. There's a light at that end of that tunnel. Because there's one thing that they don't have and they can't get it. And that's you. Who you are, your personal character, is what can allow you to become an authority figure in your marketplace. You can take your mom and pop shop and you can be like the little piggy who built his house out of bricks, and you can withstand the crunch. So let's look at what this means. We're going to turn that micro niche into an authority site, a genre site. And remember, we looked a few pages ago. Genres are your big terms, the highly competitive terms that the major corporations dominate, whereas micro niches are the terms where there's favorable supply and demand ratios for your entry to market. So why would you want to go after these competitive search terms and these competitive marketplaces? Well, I'm going to show